how do you feel now that you're bringing essentially the story to life? I was saying again before, but it's never really been told before. You know, well, yes, you were in a movie that they told it, but how do you feel again doing it?
Well, how do I feel on this global scale?
Yes.
Because the first one was pay-per-view
Right.
or pay channel, cable channel. This is a $100 million George Lucas production. And with his name, George Lucas, in there, then that takes it
To a whole nother
It
level.
really does. I mean, it opens doors, you know, for everybody, you know, around the world to see and appreciate.
And in a way, it validates it.
Validates
You know,
it.
I
Yes,
think
thank you.
Yeah, I think it would be harder, even if this film was exactly the same without George Lucas attached. I think it would be more of a challenge to get it to the masses.
Right.
Because, you know, now we have people that are George Lucas fans saying, well, I've seen everything else he's done, so let me see what this story is about.
That's right.
And then in the meantime, they don't know that they're being educated in their own American history,
Right.
which is patriotic.
That's beautifully put.
Thank you.
Well, what Lucas did, he'd been working on this for about 20 years. He would invite some of us to the Skywalker Ranch to talk about our experiences. So he recorded them, and he did the research, and his team did the research, and that went into the writing of the script. Lucas developed the story, and then the script came with John Ridley, and then he hired Anthony Hemingway to be the director, and these fantastic actors. And then the film was shot in Prague at a former Soviet base, and they reconstructed the Ramitelli Air Base from Italy with the buildings, the operation headquarters, the first aid tent, the chapel, and the tower. So it was like being there, and had real live P-51s.
What was the boot camp process like?
Boot
Getting into your
camp
characters.
was damn hell, but
Yes.
it was hell, but it was necessary hell.
Yeah.
You know, they needed to create camaraderie between us, but I needed to look at these men as brothers, as men that I would lay my life on the line for, because that's what the Tuskegee Airmen were. You know, your wingman was somebody that would die for you, and you would die for him. So they put us in the boot camp for about a week and a half, and you know, itty bitty quarters, living quarters. You know, there's 8 of us. You know, you stretch out this way and you put your foot in somebody's face. Quarters. You know, everything 1942. Meaning the music was 1942,
Yeah.
the food was 1942, the clothes where we
No, we
slept.
don't know what the food was.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we're not actually sure.
We
what
still
it
don't know
was.
what the food was.
But-
I don't even know if I want to know.
We had a screening in Houston the other day, and one of the airmen was there, and I asked him afterwards, what did it feel like for you to watch? How did it, you know, did you enjoy it? You know, and obviously hoping that he did. And the thing he said that was so gratifying to me was that what you guys really captured was the camaraderie we had and had to have in order to do what we went on to do. And I was so glad of that, because I think generally that's what is needed to achieve. It has to be a group effort. It has to be everyone serving everyone else.
Every time we screen this movie, there's been real airmen that show up to the screenings, and then they always have stories to tell,
Right.
and it just blows me away every time.
And how is that like when you have the real airmen that come out? And
Emotional,
Yeah.
empowering. It's just moving.
It
really,
is.
really
It
is.
Yeah, the strongest man will bring to his knees when you see that, because you understand it's bigger than you.
That's right.
It's legacy. You're
I'm
healing.
glad you said that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's bigger than us.
It's healing. It's breaking chains. For a lot of reasons. Trust me, tears a lot.
Yeah.
You cried like a little girl.
Yeah.
You did too.
I'm
Yeah,
crying
it's-
A
right
little
now.
bit.